5 years ago, the killing of George Floyd left this country shattered. A lot of physical damages, but most of all, social and emotional damage. This is the story of Abe Demmaj. This is the story of an immigrant. His business was wiped out. Now, 5 years later, he is celebrating a renewal. He is celebrating new life, a new business, a new community. On a beautiful Sunday afternoon, Abe Demmaj invited a few of his friends to celebrate the opening of his new building, the Abyssinia Culture Center on West Lake Street. And we have a chance to be there and talk to some of the people who attended there.
5 years ago, one person has to be murdered in order for them to get their attention. And this has been going on for quite some time, because this is an opportunity, the disparity that they created over 100 years ago.
My father that passed away over 7 years ago used to say you only need two qualities to make change. And we're speaking in the context of he's had a life where he's lived in the Middle East, in Europe, in North America. He was telling me you need two things to make a change. You need the niyyah and the qudra, right? Your niyyah is your intention. You can have all the good intentions, but if you don't have the wherewithal, the capabilities, the qudra, right? Then you can't do. And you can have all the qudra, all the capabilities, and you're amazing, and you think you studied and you did everything, but your niyyah is not good, your intentions are not there.
I left Somalia when I was really young, and we brought a lot of that trauma back. That feeling of like, okay, this is starting to feel like the civil war in Somalia. Seeing, the chaos and everything that was happening. So yeah, that for me is what comes back with the first few photos, and then as you go, after a few days,
I think most of immigrants, it was not just something happy, it was just a fear of maybe a repeat. And I was sharing the same story, the same feeling over there, but from the comfort of being alone at home and COVID-19 and being safe.
And as we all know, if you want to run a good business, you have to have a good lawyer. And I asked her about the biggest challenges facing immigrants in the Twin Cities.
Fear of exactly how business is going to do in the corridor here on Lake Street. Because on the one hand, we have many new businesses coming in, like all of the projects that Abe is building, like Yummy Bites right downstairs, or Muna Muna on Hennepin. But we also have a lot of businesses that are just waiting for their lease to expire to leave the corridor and leave even more empty space. So I think the challenge is empty space, both in the buildings and the lots.
Minneapolis, I should say, over 30 years. And honestly, just every time that I drive by that area in George Floyd in uptown, it's amazing to see that from where I grew up, and now that.
So had a chance to talk to the developer who really was the first call for Abe, and he came to help, and he is telling his story.
This is maybe 15 years ago we talked. We met, and we know we want to build up a community. And then when they tried to destroy the community, we found it important to protect the community. So when they destroyed everything, I did everything to protect them, but also to bring back, to help them board up places, to protect, and to bring more furniture, just to help. That's all we did, and then we stood up to the city, let them know that they can't control us this way, that they serve us, we don't serve them.
I was invited by Adel El-Huni to attend this, it seems like an idea summit called Breathe, to participate and contribute and join the collective in commemorating the murder of George Floyd.
I talked to Abe Demmaj, and I asked him first about the name Abyssinia Culture Center.
Abyssinia has a very, very significant name. When we came with this name, we actually did a sort of a cultural engagement to come up with the exact name that would fit in our neighborhood. The timing was perfect. The building was perfect time. Abyssinia is when most of us, as we know, as we read the Quran or the Bible, the name has been an old name. This is when during the Prophet time, when they've been harassed by the Quraysh or the Meccans around that time, the Prophet, peace upon him, he sent to migrate to Abyssinia. The only thing about it is, as a Christian, Orthodox Christian, humbling the Muslims, come, and that's the Prophet Muhammad has not even been there, telling the people to migrate to Abyssinia. So Abyssinia in Lake Street has the same sort of meaning to me, because we harbor all the bad ones and just come and we incubate people and give more advice, more businesses, more ideas. That's what Abyssinia comes up from, because Abyssinia building our neighborhood, our community, our businesses. Mainly the business that has been affected during the George Floyd was the immigrants community that has not a lot of people talked about it. We sacrificed our businesses, we sacrificed our buildings, we sacrificed foods and things from our family. But here we are, 5 years right now. We're building so hard, becoming very stronger. We are the part of the Minnesota, the great nation, part of the huge nation. We are the part of the community, part of this economy. So we are right now showing this in gratitude, saying thank you. We did not go nowhere. We are rebuilding our community. That's what we do right now.
Abe Demmaj, the founder of Abyssinia Culture Center, celebrating with friends and supporter the day that launched his new business 5 years after was damaged and wiped out during the killing of George Floyd. It was a beautiful evening, food, friends, and fun.
حبيبي أنت وينك من زمان أنا قد لي مراعي لك سنين حبيبي أنت وينك من زمان أنا قد لي مراعي لك سنين غرامك أنت جنني جنان وخلاني أمير العاشقين غرامك أنت جنني